Welcome back to the best years. There are many factors that contribute to our overall well-being and longevity, including strong social support from family and friends. But how do you cope when loved ones move or pass away and you find yourself alone? Here to give us tips on how to deal with your grief and then rebuild your life is Ruth McClary, Director of the Senior Guidance Program at Preferred Behavioral Health. Ruth, welcome to the best years.
Thank you so much, Sandy.
We all need companionship, and yet seniors so often find themselves isolated. How do they become isolated?
Well, very often our seniors have relocated and they might be in a new community, so they may not have the familiarity of their friends and their family. They also may have retired and may not have the activities that they once had, and often a spouse may pass on and they are left alone. And there's also the health issues that may result in perhaps not being able to ambulate or to drive and to get out as they once did.
And as I said, though, we all do need companionship. And if a spouse, they may have been married for 50, 60 years, when they pass away, obviously there's going to be tremendous grief. What are the stages of grief we all go through?
Well, grief is an individual process. The 5 stages that are identified are denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. And the goal is for ultimately to feel the feelings and the loss, and then to begin to build their life and accept life without the partner, and to identify new ways to reinvest their energy.
It can be very difficult, though. Now, some people can get through this on their own. Some people need help. How do you know when you need help?
If a person is having difficulty if there's excessive crying, if there's prolonged depressed mood, if they're isolating, if there's some increased alcohol use, perhaps withdrawal from regular socialization, including attending houses of worship, friends start to notice and family that the person has changed. And while a lot of these symptoms are normal parts of grieving, if it starts to be a little excessive, then we start to ask people to kind of step in, and perhaps bereavement groups might be recommended, or even individual counseling.
What are some of the services Preferred Behavioral Health offers to help people?
We offer counseling, individual, group, as well as marital and family counseling to seniors that are 60 and over in Ocean County. We also are a wealth of information regarding different community resources that might be able to help put that person's life back together.
But reconnecting is so important. Friends, family. If your family's not around, maybe you need to make new friends. What are some good ways people can reconnect?
Well, our seniors can be very resilient. They've had a lot of loss in their life, and of course, if the person is able to focus on the positive aspects of their life and to really count their blessings, stay connected. The healthiest people are those that stay connected with their social networks and their houses of worship. Perhaps pursuing a passion that they were unable to do while they perhaps were caregiving, getting out there, maybe volunteering. Not only are they helping others, they're helping themselves. Even having a pet is very therapeutic. It gives the senior a sense of structure to their day as far as caring for something. Also, there's that unconditional love that they receive.
Now, speaking of love, many seniors want to find love once again after their spouse has died. What are some ways to find a partner, perhaps?
Well, after the senior has gone through their grieving and they've decided that they're tired of being alone, often we find that some just want to have friends. They want companionship and someone to have coffee with and do different things with. There are other people that have decided, if they're a young widow and widower, they've decided they would like to have love in their life, if that's an important aspect. And while they'll never replace the partner that they lost, they can go on and they can find fulfilling relationships, and that can be through networking with their friends. And often today, many seniors turn to the computer, and of course we caution them, but there is web dating, and we have seen some seniors find some significant partners and enjoy themselves.
So in addition to online dating, you may find someone you want to connect with romantically through your new volunteer work or through your clubhouse
Absolutely.
or through your church.
Nutrition site, sure. Yeah, staying out there and staying connected. And as hard as it is, each time, we hear so often how seniors come and they feel that they're isolated. We just remind them that love breeds love, and to just once again try to get out there and try not to take things personally if they feel rejected, and make specific plans. Say, could we meet for coffee on Wednesday at 10?
So sort of the scenarios we deal with socially from when we're very young, in kindergarten, on the playground, those issues continue throughout your life, and you just have to put yourself out there.
You do. You have to be resilient and get back out there, and that's the best way to stay healthy and to find happiness, and make up your mind that that's what you want to do.
And so finally, Ruth, if you had to say one important thing for seniors to do that feel isolated, what would it be? What's the first thing they should try?
I think it would be self-love. It's taking care of themselves, it's reminiscing, and it's celebrating the life of the person that they may have lost, being grateful for the time that they did have, and the offspring perhaps, or the different memories that they have that they wouldn't have had if that love hadn't been there.
Ruth McClary, thank you so much for being on The Best Years today.
Oh, thanks so much for having me, Sandy.
To learn more about Preferred Behavioral Health's Senior Guidance Program, visit online at preferredbehavioral.org or call 732-785-1900. When we return, the Ocean County Library will show us how to access important consumer news. We'll be right back.